New details are emerging on the shootout between a New Mexico State basketball player and a University of New Mexico student. Our ABC affiliate KOAT in Albuquerque obtained a police report revealing a New Mexico State University assistant basketball coach ended up with the gun that a basketball player used to kill a University of New Mexico student in self-defense. Aggie basketball player Mike Peak is accused of shooting UNM player Brandon Travis on November 19th, hours before a basketball game between the Aggies and the Lobos. Yesterday afternoon, NMSU announced Peak was suspended indefinitely. That happened more than 2 weeks after the shooting. The report says police found the gun used by Peak wrapped in a towel in the possession of this man, assistant NMSU coach Dominique Taylor. Meanwhile, they found Peak's tablet on the team bus and his phone back in Las Cruces with an NMSU administrator. The report also names 3 other NMSU players, Issa Muhammad, Marcellus Cheche Avery, and Anthony Roy, who were all seen showing up in a car after the shooting. Mike Peak placing several items in the trunk. The car leaves before police show up. ABC 7 sports reporter Rachel Phillips has gone through those documents. She joins us live now from the Pan American Center with the latest. Rachel, what can you tell us?
Mark, the Aggies right now on their way to Santa Clara, California for their game tomorrow night. This after this 10-page document from New Mexico State Police was released to our ABC affiliate KOAT in Albuquerque. Now, a lot of the details in these documents are not very flattering of this NMSU Aggies team. Mark, there's a lot to go through in this documents, but I do just want to point out a few key points. Let's first start with head coach Greg Hire. The coach found out about the incident the night of the shooting, and he was interviewed by police just before 10 a.m. the following morning. In that interview, the report says he hadn't yet seen any of the players. He was informed at this time that 3 other players, Issa Muhammad, Cheche Avery, and Anthony Roy, were in the yellow Camaro that Mike Peak placed his gun and other items in. Hire was asked if the 3 players were available to talk, but Hire told police he would have to talk to the athletic director to see if they needed attorneys, and he advised police that he would let them know. After that interview, the report states that Hire did not answer multiple follow-up phone calls from the police and that the team left on the bus back to Las Cruces. Now, Mark, just last week in Hire's first news conference since the shooting, he said he was taking full responsibility of what happened, but wouldn't elaborate on how he was doing so. I asked former NMSU Regent Bob Gallagher if he thought Hire's actions demonstrated he was taking responsibility.
In my mind, he's got a long way to go. There's too many questions that need to be asked, too many questions that need to be answered, and it starts with, unfortunately, it starts way before this shooting incident in Albuquerque. My very first question is, who's in charge of discipline on this team? I don't think he's been transparent enough, nor do I believe the school has allowed him to be transparent enough.
And Mark, you heard Gallagher there talk about discipline, and that has been a big topic of concern ever since this story broke. Coming up on ABC 7 at 5, we'll look at the disciplinary actions NMSU have taken or lack thereof. And Mark, when we look at this 10-page document, this supplemental report, I'm being told this is just one of many we could be getting in the coming days, weeks and months. And of course, we'll keep you updated here on ABC 7. But for now, reporting live from NMSU with our New Mexico Mobile Newsroom, Rachel Phillips, ABC 7.
Rachel, thank you much. Just about an hour ago, New Mexico State University releasing a statement saying the school is launching an external investigation into the events surrounding the shooting. In the statement, Chancellor Dan Arvizu says in part, quote, "We will be incredibly transparent during this process. We owe that to our community and to everyone associated with our university." Arvizu added the review would also examine the university's response in the days following the shooting, saying, quote, "If there is anything we should have done differently, this report will let us know. In the last day, we have received a number of new questions regarding this case. Unfortunately, some of what's been reported in the media is information NMSU has not been provided. To be fair to all involved, it's important to have a more detailed understanding of what has occurred," unquote.